Project Zomboid is a very hard game. We know this because it is literally known as one of the hardest zombie survival games out there. So, it can be very hard to learn. That's why I've compiled 40 tips and tricks to help beginners wrap their head around what it's like living in the apocalypse and how to survive and maybe even thrive. When you first spawn in, always ensure you're eating fresh foods such as tomatoes first, as these will eventually go bad, whereas canned foods will never go bad. Watching TV is basically free XP points, as you can gain skills really easily for the first 9 days before the power shuts off. Now the time of day and night of which you can watch these TV is at 6 AM, 12 AM, 6 PM and 12 PM. Your skills will be further boosted if you read the proper book while watching the appropriate show. Always make sure that when you're breaking windows you use a weapon so that you do not cut your hands, especially when removing the broken glass, as this will also cause you to cut your hands. You can rip clean clothing such as shirts or pants to make rags, and these can then be used later for bandages. You can also pre-disinfect bandages with bottles of disinfectant or alcohol wipes to save time instead of individually wrapping the bandages, then placing them on your body. Always make sure you carry a backup weapon on you, such as a hatchet or a hammer, just in case your main weapon, like your crowbar or axe, breaks on you mid-combat. This way you have a quick and easy way to either get out of combat or just kill the rest of them. Sneak using the letter C to avoid being easily detected by zombies, making it easier to sneak your way through things, or make your way to your base. When fighting and a zombie falls, always stomp on their head to prolong your durability of your weapon. Stop sprinting. And I mean it literally like that. You can outwalk every single zombie in the game except for sprinters. To see an outline of whether you can actually hit a zombie, go into settings, and in cursor, select melee target outline and click apply. Now you're able to see the total area of which you can actually hit a zombie. If you're ever in a tough situation, quickly press F2, as this will quickly pause the game and you're able to look around and see if there's a quick escape route. When you're in a car, hold down V to bring up the car menu. You can use all rubbish bins to delete all unwanted items you have. Along with this, you can also use the bigger dumpsters to dispose of actual zombie corpses, making it very easy to clean up them around your base. Now, if you're out in the country and you don't have dumpsters, here's something else you can also do. Grab a shovel and dig a grave. After that, grab the corpse and chuck him in there. You can bury up to 5 corpses per grave. You can also burn corpses with gas and a lighter. Just make sure the fire doesn't spread too far. If you have any light sources on you, hold down F and it will bring up the lighter menu. You can actually drink all river water in the game. However, if you fill up any river water with a plastic bottle, it will come up as poison, and if you do drink this, you will die. If you collect any water in pans, make sure that you purify it over a fire. When you're creating your character, always pick the smoker trait. It is free points and you can find cigarettes and lighters everywhere. And a trait you should definitely not pick is Sunday Driver. It only gives you 2 points, you cannot ever pull trailers, and you can't go above around 40 to 50 miles an hour. It is just not worth it. Sometimes watches you find will have alarms on them. Just ensure that you do turn these off just in case. Hey, if you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. It's completely free, you can always change your mind later. Now this tip is actually relating to the infection itself. If you become scratched by a zombie, you got a 7% chance of actually being infected. If you're lacerated, you got a 25% chance. And if you become bitten, waddle your way over to a gravesite, pop a squat, because you're not going to live this one. You can use the alarms on the watches to your advantage. Set an alarm and sleep, as this will allow you to keep a good sleep schedule for your character. All injuries to your player's hand will affect their speed and strength during attacking. Water dispensers are incredibly useful, especially after the water gets shut off. Just remember, they're not infinite. If you're trying to fill your car up quickly and you need to know what side of the car your tank is on, look at the dashboard at the fuel indicator. The arrow will actually point to where the tank is. If you're finding it hard to drive and you want to see further, listen to this. Go into settings and in camera, click pan camera while driving and click apply. Now when you're driving, the game will push the camera forward and you can see incoming obstacles quicker. When using the search mode, if you don't like the blur and discoloration, here's how to turn it off. Go into settings and in display and performance, scroll to the bottom and use blur and discoloration. Change this to use no effect and click apply. Now when you enable search, nothing will change except it's just easier to find stuff. You can actually turn on auto drive in a car if you click shift and W at the same time. And if you hold down shift and click W, you can change up the speeds as you can see on the dashboard. just don't crash. Always ensure that TV and radio volumes are set at 1, just to make sure that zombies don't detect you. Trust me, this will make your life so much easier. While crouching, press Q to whisper to bring only a few zombies over at a time, making combat a little bit easier. While fighting, always make sure to walk backwards in the fighting stance, as this will make it easier to choose what zombies you can and cannot hit. If you do this with the aim outline, it will make it even easier. Doing this repeatedly over time will also increase your nimble skill, allowing you to walk faster backwards. Once you're done using your car, always make sure you turn off the headlights, otherwise this will drain the battery. During the helicopter event, if you stay indoors and do not move, the helicopter won't spot you, and in essence, it won't attract as many zombies to your location. If you ever get sick of just holding A and S to walk straight, you can actually right click and click walk to, and this will allow you to move like any other sandbox game, and click on a square you want to go to, and your character will move there just with a click of the mouse. This can make it a little easy, but I wouldn't exactly call this a game-changing tip. And finally, if you don't want to explore the map by yourself and you just want to know it from the start, here's how you can do that. Go into custom sandbox settings. Now once you get to these options, follow this exactly. Go to the meta tab, scroll all the way down, and in-game map, click all known on start and click next. And as you can see, as you spawn in and click M, your map is fully explored, making it a little bit easier to explore and, to be honest, really cool to look at. And those were 40 beginner tips for Project Zomboid. If you do enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing. They take forever to make, and trust me, I think you'll enjoy the other videos too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.